Hey you guys, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the Uptown Funk collection coming from Tux Polish on April 22nd. This is a collection of 12 different polishes split into both glitters and creams. These were sent to me for review and you're not going to want to miss a single one, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the swatches. This is going to be a little bit of a throwback for me to when I had longer nails. I did have a patch on my middle nail, that's why I ended up cutting them down, so just forewarning, this is on my longer nails. First up is Say What. Say What is a clear base polish with matte neon yellow glitters as well as scattered holographic glitter. So here is a brush shot. You can see how incredibly dense the glitters are here. I'm also going to show you a little snippet of how it reacts under UV or black lights. So super bright. I'm going to show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here is one coat of Say What on its own. Because the glitters are so opaque, this can absolutely be used on its own. I prefer it as a topper though, so I'm going to let this dry and show you how it looks at 2 coats. Here is the second coat of Say What. This is going to bring it almost completely opaque, which is insane for a glitter topper, but I do still see a little bit of nail line, so I'm going to let it dry and come back in for a third coat. Here is the third coat of Say What. The formula on this is amazing, no pooling, it goes exactly where you put it, but at 3 coats it did get a little bit thick on me. This one's also going to dry down textured, so you're going to want a top coat, but it's completely opaque at 3 coats. If you'd like to see how it looks as a topper, visit my blog. I have lots of photos there. Here's a look at the completed mani, and once more from an angle. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. Next up is my Band's Bout That Money. It's a clear base polish with matte neon green glitters with scattered holographic glitter. So I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll also show you a snippet of how it looks under UV or black lighting. So super reactive. I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here's one coat of my Band's Bout That Money. All the glitter toppers have much the same formula. They're nice and densely packed, but not so densely packed it's hard to work with. So I'm going to let this dry and come back in for a second coat. Here is the second coat of my Band's Bout That Money. Again, I can still see a little bit of nail line, especially towards the tip, but I was worried about it getting a little bit too thick, so I'm going to stop here. Here is a look at how the completed mani looks at 2 coats plus top coat. Here is a view from another angle. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. Next up is Gotta Kiss Myself, I'm So Pretty. It's a clear base polish with matte neon pink glitters as well as scattered holographic glitter. Here is a brush shot. This is a snippet of how Gotta Kiss Myself, I'm So Pretty reacts under UV lighting. And I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here is one coat of Gotta Kiss Myself, I'm So Pretty. This one has the same awesome formula that the other glitter toppers have. Gorgeous on its own, but also really pretty as a topper. So here is the second coat of Gotta Kiss Myself, I'm So Pretty. And with this one, I feel like I kind of perfected how to do the glitter toppers on their own. I'm doing a full second coat here, and then I'm gonna let it dry and come back in towards the tip and just add a little bit in for a kind of third coat, but just focused on the tip. That keeps it from getting too thick, but also gives it a nice opacity. So here is the 2.5 coat. just there towards the bottom, and that really helps fill in the space. I don't know if it's because my nails were so long here, but I really like how that looked. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. And once more at an angle. This is my swatch photo in artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. The last of the glitter toppers is Living It Up in the City, and this is a clear base polish with matte neon blue glitters and holographic glitter as well. So I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll show you a short snippet of how it reacts under black lighting. So this one doesn't super reactive, it kind of almost reacts like a white, just a little bit of glow. Still really pretty. I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here's one coat of Living It Up in the City. Again, not completely opaque in one coat, but gorgeous as a topper. I'll let that dry and come back in for a second coat. Here is the second coat of Living It Up in the City. This one, I think, with a little bit of glitter manipulation, is completely opaque at 2 coats. So here is the completed mani with top coat. Here it is from an angle. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. Next up is the namesake of the collection. This is Uptown Funk You Up. This is a sheer white crelly full of different matte neon glitters in different shapes, as well as some silver holographic glitters. So this is a lot of fun. It has a lot of stuff going on in it. I'll show you a brush shot. I'll show you a snippet of how this one reacts under black lighting. All those colors come across, lots of glow. I think I had the most fun playing with this one under black light because there's just so much going on, there's so much to see on this one. So I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. Here is one coat of Uptown Funk You Up. It goes on really easy and sheer, but you get plenty of glitter on just a few swipes. So I'm gonna let this dry and come back in for a second coat. You can see there that it does dry down a little bit around the glitter, so it's going to dry a little bit textured. You will want a top coat to help encase it and make it a little bit more cohesive. So here is the second coat of Uptown Funk You Up. And this is going to bring this completely opaque for me. I did need to be mindful of the glitters towards the tip there just to make sure that they're all the way on the nail and not hanging off. So here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. Here is a view from another angle. And this is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is Halftime Show. Halftime Show is a gold, bronze, and black glitter bomb, and that is such an accurate description. This is of course based on the Halftime Show from 2016, but to me on the nail it screams Halloween. So I'll show you a brush shot. This one is just completely jam-packed with glitter. And I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. This one didn't really react under black lighting for me. So here is one coat of Halftime Show. And one coat, it would make a beautiful topper. It is going to dry down a bit textured as well. So I'm going to let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. Here's the second coat of Halftime Show. This one is just on the edge of being opaque at 2 coats. So I am going to let it dry and see what it looks like at 3. This is the third coat of Halftime Show. The third coat brings this one completely opaque for me, so you get a lot of versatility out of it. It can be used on its own or as a topper. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. And here is a view from another angle. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up is that white gold. That white gold is a clear base polish with white and gold shredded glitters. I didn't try to get this one opaque on its own. I'm just going to show you how it looks as a topper. And this one also didn't react that much under UV lighting. Just the white kind of glowed a little bit. Here is a brush shot. And I'll be showing you how it swatches over Zoya's Willa today. So this is just a plain black cream. And here is one coat of that white gold. Really gorgeously densely packed. With a perfect amount of base, I think. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. So it's going to dry down super glossy. Here is a view from another angle. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. Next up is the creams. This is Hollywood. This is a neon yellow, bright, insanely bright cream. So I'll show you a brush shot. These are incredibly creamy and opaque. I'll show you how Hollywood reacts under black lighting. So just insanely bright glow. Really gorgeous. I had so much fun doing those shots. I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here is one coat of Hollywood. Just really great formulas. These are a little bit on the thick side. This is almost completely opaque at one coat. It did get a little bit streaky on me though, so I'm gonna let it dry and then come back in for a second coat. Okay, this is the second coat of Hollywood. You can see there that it dries down kind of matte, so you will want a top coat if you like these nice and glossy. This second coat is going to bring it completely opaque for me. Hollywood also made an incredible stamping polish that stamps over both white and black and everything in between, so if you're interested in neons that stamp, you should definitely pick these up. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. Here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. Next up is Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. And Don't Believe Me, Just Watch is a bright light lavender shade. So I'll show you a brush shot. This is another gorgeously opaque cream. I'll show you how Don't Believe Me, Just Watch reacts under UV lighting. So this one had a surprising amount of glow for me. This is how Don't Believe Me, Just Watch swatches on my natural nail. So I did do a little bit of a thicker first coat. It kind of will pull down the brush if you're not careful. But I think it's going to be completely opaque at one coat. This is another great one for stamping. It stamps over white and black and everything else. It also dries down semi-matte. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. Next up is Girls Hit Your Hallelujah, and this is a bright pink cream. Here is my brush shot. Has the same amazing formula. Here is how Girls Hit Your Hallelujah reacts under UV lighting. Again, this is another super reactive one. Very bright. And I'll show you how Girls Hit Your Hallelujah swatches on my natural nail. So here is one coat. Again, this got a little bit thick on me because it did tend to roll down the stem a bit, but it is completely opaque for me at one coat. Really easy application. It's not one you're going to want to fuss with though, because it will drag. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat after cleanup. Here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. Next up is I'm Too Hot, and this is a bright pinky orangey coral shade. This one was, I think, my absolute favorite. This color is amazing. I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how it reacts under UV lighting. So just a phenomenal amount of glow on an already bright polish. I'll show you how I'm Too Hot swatched on my natural nail. So again, this is just one thicker coat. I had to brush a little bit of polish off the stem there, but it was completely opaque for me in one coat. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. And here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. So lastly, I have Saturday Night, and this is a bright kind of robin's egg sky blue type shade. I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how it swatches under UV lighting. So this one glowed pretty well. It actually surprised me a bit. It did leave like crazy crime scene glow on my mat after I wiped it away, but it didn't stain at all. So this is how Saturday Night swatches on my natural nail. This one went on nice and smooth, probably the best formula in the whole collection. It didn't pull for me at all, and it's completely opaque on one pass. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. And once more, here is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. I did want to add in a bottle shot real quick of how they all reacted under UV lighting. You can see that white gold there and all of the glitter toppers. I bought a black light specifically for this collection because it was so much fun. So that rounds out my swatch and review of the Uptown Funk collection releasing from Tux Polish. I know this got a little bit long. If you'd like to see more photos, including macros and how each topper looks over each cream, you can head over to my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. If you're a stamper at all, you should really at least pick up the creams. I think they're a must-have. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.